Hi Flosstube! Welcome back. My name is Rosbelle, or you can just call me Emily or Ross, whatever is easiest for you. So if you're a returning viewer, you've probably noticed that I've been gone for a hot second. Really it just boils down to life happened, I got sick, I went on vacation, I had school to deal with, a large combination of things that ultimately ended up in me not stitching as much as I had planned to or wanted to. And so when that happened, it just sort of made me put off recording more and more to the point where it was too stressed or anxious to start again. But then I had some encouragement from some friends and my sister and my boyfriend, and they were like, it's okay, just pick it up when you're ready. So I'm ready again. I posted about 2 weeks ago a video that I had filmed with my sister in March where we went over some of her projects and my projects at the time, and I got some some warm welcoming messages, and I really appreciated that. It helped soothe my anxieties. So I'm here again for a new update that hopefully you all were excited for. Ultimately, I think I've decided that I'm going to be filming Flosstubes from now on, probably about once a month, either at the end or very beginning of a month. So today I'm recording August 27th. I will try and record again at the end of September, very start of October. And hopefully I will have like some Stitch With Me's in between, and I'll probably attempt to refilm that stash dive I had done a few months ago and then I totally scrapped. I don't even have the video footage anymore. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm here. We're gonna dive into it. Oh, quick, back to the Stitch With Me. I like Stitch With Me's where it's just like an hour-long video. It's just straight stitching. There's no talking, no music. It's not sped up. All you hear is floss through fabric. I like them like that. I like having something to stitch along with. I don't mind like soft, gentle background music sometimes, but typically if there's like talking or background music going on, I end up muting it and then listening to a podcast or something. But these Stitch With Me's aren't gonna be made for me. They're gonna be made for the people who want to watch my videos. So if you have a preference for what you like to watch, could you let me know down in the comments below, and I will tailor that to what you all like. Because again, I'm not going to be the one watching them. I'm just going to be the one making them. I think I had mentioned in the description of my last video that I posted that I was going to film a Stitch With Me and post before this update, and I attempted to, but it's really hard getting that set up in a way that is comfortable but also visible for both you and I, especially because the way I stitch two-handed, my left hand hovers a bunch over top of my project, like waiting on the needle to come back because it's fast, it's easy for me. So I'm trying to get in a habit of filming where that's not the issue, where that's not going to be blocking your view, because I think that would just be really annoying, to be honest, to watch. So yeah, let me know your preference for Stitch With Me's in the comments below, and I will work on getting a setup that will benefit all of us. Aside from that, I have just a little bit of haul to go over. I have 2 pieces of fabric, 2 Gecko Rouge kits, and I'm going to talk a little bit about a hay that I have kitted up. I'm not going to show it to you because it's a max color, so there's like 250 skeins in there, and it's all over the place, and I don't think either of us really want to finagle with that too much. I definitely don't. But I will show on one of these sides, I don't remember which way to point. One of these sides, I think this one, we'll see, we'll have a preview of what I have kitted up. It is June Blossoms Max Color from Margaret Morales. She is a beautiful watercolor artist. I follow her on Instagram. I love basically all of her pieces. And I was torn between that piece that I ended up getting or Yume, which is also beautiful and I will definitely get one day. Just I was celebrating the fact that I recently got hired to start a new job, and so I was like, I need a new project kit up, and so I did. But yeah, I'm not going to show the physical kit because the floss is just going to be unmanageable because I haven't fixed any of it to be manageable. So aside from that, I have 2 Gecko Rouge projects to show you. The first one being a crinkle warning, by the way. They're still in their packaging. I won't take them out. I will try my best to minimize the crinkling. The first we have is The Great Wave from Fred Spools. I am in love with this art piece. I have been for years now, since I was like a teenager. I used to have a 6-foot wide poster of it above my bed in college. It got lost somewhere between the move from college to home and then from home to college my second year, so I have no idea where it's at anymore. And so I thought to myself, when I got my voucher back at the end of April, start of May, I said, instead of just buying a new poster, why don't I just stitch my own version of it? And so that sort of spurred on that purchase. And then the other one is Kitsune. It is from Scandi Girl. Oh, sorry for the ring light. There you go. It's one of her Mythtober designs from, I don't know if it was the October last year or when, but she did Mythtober is a variation on Inktober, where an artist will pick a theme for the month and then do, typically in black and white ink only, occasionally with a colored accent, a drawing each day for that theme. Her theme that year was mythological creatures, hence the Kitsune. I love it. It's beautiful. She has fantastic artwork. Please go follow her on social media, Instagram if you don't already, and if you like her work. She's also the same artist that did my Bear Into the Darkness, which I will show you later. But yeah, I love those. I'm excited. I haven't started either of them yet. I'm not sure when I will. I'm not sure when I will start them, but I bought them. I'm going to start them at some point. It's just when's the question. It's always the question with me. Okay, so the other thing I have to show you is fabric. One of these, I got 2 of the same color because I wanted one that was slightly more splotchy than the other so I could use it for my whip, which I will show you first in my whip parade. Not whip parade, sorry. In the whip section of this video. It is Gothic from Picture This Plus, 28 count, 12 by 17. Now that I'm looking at it, this piece is also fairly splotchy, but I was aiming for more like middle splotches, and it's really pretty. This is like side splotchy though. I wanted middle splotchy, so I was looking for big middle splotches. And the other piece was slightly more splotchy in the middle. That's why I went for it. And then this one is Mercedes, also Picture This Plus, also 28 count, 12 by 17. And this is also planned out for another whip. It already has its floss and pattern and everything it's gonna go with. So yeah, I'm excited. I think that is all I have for you in this segment, so I'm going to cut it off here in just a second, and then we will get started on the whips. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start off with where my haul ended and show what I was using the Gothic fabric for. I believe this whip is called Cosmic Dreams. It is a Barbara Anna Designs. The only thing I've changed is the skin tone. I made it a little more darker to match one of my friend's skin tones because I'm going to be sending to her eventually when I finish. I forgot to mention earlier, but I started this probably at the beginning of May, the middle of May, somewhere in there. And right after I started it, I got COVID. So I didn't want to work on it while I had COVID because I was afraid to touch it and then send it to my friend. I know it was probably going to be okay after I finished it a few weeks later and washed it and framed it and everything. It would absolutely be safe to send, but I got paranoid, so I didn't touch it. And so I haven't picked her up since. Just because, again, I didn't stitch a ton, and I've just been really focused on one project. But she stitched up really quick. This was maybe 2 days. This is about 900, 1,000 stitches, something like that. She's only like 9,000 stitches. I can finish. She's not even that, I think. Hold on. I can tell you exactly because I have Pattern Keeper right here in my lap. Just give me 1 second. Should have prepared. That's okay. So, Cosmic Dreams. She is 1,821 stitches at most. This is about 500 stitches. Again, did this in about a day or two. So there you go. There it is. Let me show you. You can probably see around here, the holes are a little gapy. That's because I had about an extra 100 stitches up here, but then I realized I miscounted, so I had to take them out. It really sucks frogging on linen. Like, really sucks. So it's probably why I haven't picked her up, because I didn't want to restitch what I had already stitched. But I'm gonna pick her up again. I'm gonna try and get her done before the end of the year, because she's so small. She's less than 2,000 stitches. It would be a breeze. I could get her done in 3 days if I just picked her up again, which I think I will. This is motivating me to do so, so I will. This fabric, I'm pretty sure it showed up the same way in the front facing, but the fabric's way more purple in person than it's showing up on video, but it's still very pretty either way. But yeah, that is her. And now I'm going to show you the Showstopper, the reason why you're here, because I'm putting it in the thumbnail. Gamer Nouveau. Da, 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 da. Look, the top 2 rows are done. I'm really happy. I'm so happy with how she's looking. Oh, she's just gorgeous. She's so pretty. I'm so happy. Oh, and look, I have a decent amount started on the next 2 rows, row 3 and 4. Isn't that so lovely? I just decided to move straight down and work on the right side because I like working right to left. I discovered only after starting this project. But yeah, I'm really happy with the progress I've got over here. And I will, of course, include where you last saw her back in March. But here she is now. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I think she looks great. Her face looks fantastic. And I'm so motivated to keep going. Look, she's not that much bigger than what I have. Like, there's the end compared to where I'm at. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. But yeah, let me give you some quick stats on her. She is currently sitting at just under 70,000 stitches. I'll get you the exact number. She is at 69,871 stitches at 35.36% done. She's massive. She's one of my biggest projects. Not the biggest, but one of my biggest. She's the biggest I'm currently actively working on. But yeah, she's fantastic. I'm so excited. Just finishing that top 2 rows really motivated me. I'm gonna try and get her to 60% done by the end of the year. If I keep up with my current pace and my plans, that should be doable. It should be easy. But we'll see. Things change, plans change, that's okay. I'm not gonna be harsh on myself if I don't get to it. It would just be a nice and fun goal to get if I do. And for those of you who are obsessed with this pattern in video games like I am, there's a little Link head started here, and a little Mega Man head started here, and a little piranha plant started here. Fun times. I'm excited for her. Okay, all right, next. Let's go. I'll show you something easy to digest. We all remember this little guy, right? From the video you saw 2 weeks ago, where I said, yeah, I'm gonna get him done. I will get him done. I have calculated that if I just do like 30 stitches a day, I can't get that off. There we go. If I do 30 stitches a day until the end of the year, he'll be done. But also if I just do 100 stitches a day, which is like a single strand of floss, it'll be done in like a month. So I'm gonna attempt to do that. I'm not gonna be harsh on myself if it's not done before September 30th or whatever. but I'm gonna try and aim for it anyway. Just because. Especially because I'm about to start a new job. I'm going to have a half-hour lunch break. I'm going to try and stitch that strand during my half-hour lunch break. So, it shouldn't be too hard. It really shouldn't. Yeah, I'm excited. I've filled in his muzzle a little more, and I've come up this way. There's another pattern matching this one over here that I've started to outline and fill in along the edge of. I got these two little things in, I think is new. Outlined his eye. And yeah, I'm slowly making my way to outlining the rest of the brown, so that way it's just quick and easy fill in. I still have like 2,000 stitches of this brown alone though, so it's gonna suck. He's about 70% done though, I think, approximately. I don't remember, but yeah, there he is. Okay. I guess I'll show you Bear in the Darkness, because, you know, I know I really said I wanted to get this one done by the end of the year. I'm just not sure if it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna forgive myself if it doesn't. I'm still gonna try and work towards at least, at minimum, getting all the black done, because it's so close. Like, this right here is probably about another block and a half from the bottom. It'll be so easy. I'm on the last row of pages right now. This is the last row of pages. I have all of the other black done. That's my main goal. I'm gonna, I think, maybe aim for 50%. I would love to get him done this year, but I don't see it happening, to be honest. I will continue working on it and trying to strive for that, but as long as I hit 50%, I'm not gonna be upset with myself. I will forgive myself for not aiming that, for not hitting that original goal, but I won't be mad. I won't be mad. He can just be a finish for next year, and that's okay. That's okay. All right. So, well, I guess I could tell you how many black stitches I have left. I'll tell you how many I have done, how many I have left. At the start of the year, I started off with about 7,500 stitches done. I have 14,672 black stitches done, and I only have 9,700 stitches left. But yeah, I only have, like I said, a block and a half of this to go. You can't see. A block and a half of this to go. About right here is where it'll end. And then we can move on. Fun times. Okay, let's just keep going with whips you know I have, and then I'll do my restart and my newer start at the end. So, this one, I have to go check where you'll see over here where it last was, but this is supersized max color Tate Goto from Haruo Morita from Heaven and Earth Designs. I decided to try and pull this out and do a few 100 stitches on it, just to sort of get some progress. It's a supersized max color. It's gonna take me a million years. I've already decided this. I've just accepted it, especially because I'm not actively working on it, but I just decided to take it out, get 6 strands into it, and then pick it up whenever I feel like it. So that's what I did. I think you've seen most of this, and then I probably got a little bit of this stitched in, not a ton, probably like another strand. I think this already existed. You'll know. I don't currently know, but you'll know. And then I did a bunch of the fill in here, and if you'll notice, that fill in looks a little variegated. I don't know why. It's not this color. Like, I didn't accidentally pull a strand of this color out because I kept that color tucked away. So it was only this is just a single color. It's supposed to be. And I don't know. It just, I don't know if some of the color like had a dye lot issue, or if he got a little like sun bleached or something. But I mean, it's fine. It doesn't like bother me because it's like 1,000 of 600,000 stitches that in the end no one but me will really notice, and if they do notice, they're just gonna think, oh, it's supposed to look like that. So I'm not too hard pressed about it. I'm mostly just confused, to be honest. Because I've never had that happen before. And it's DMC. It's not like a variegated thread. It's DMC. But yeah, weird. Very weird. This fabric looks very orange on camera, but I promise it's very peachy pink in person. And it's 32 count, so it doesn't look like a ton, but these are really teeny tiny stitches. Super tiny. So yeah, all right. Okay. And then I have another Haid. This one is Geisha from Kathy Delancey. Yep, Geisha from Kathy Delancey. I know I worked on her. I don't 100% remember where. I'm pretty sure I filled in some more of this background here because that's what I've been mainly trying to do. And I think I filled in some of her hair over here. You'll know, I always have a preview over here, just for consistency's sake. But yeah, I really want to work on her more as well. I'm trying not to only work on Gecko Rouge patterns, but I love them so much, I can't help it. I always gravitate towards them. That's not to say Haid doesn't have beautiful designs, because they do. Most of them stitch up really beautifully. I'm just in love with Gecko Rouge, so I always go to them first whenever I feel like stitching full coverage. But I'm gonna try and include this one more, because I'm sure if I got more of it done, I would feel just as in love with this as I do Gamer Nouveau. But we'll see. Okay, all right. Now, I have one more. I have one more that you've already seen. This one's gotten a decent amount of work. I haven't touched it for a couple of months, but between when you last saw it and how it looks now, it's gotten a decent amount of work. I have to, these needle winders are stuck together. 1 second. Wow. Okay. So, this is RuneScape Skills. Okay, look. There's a hot mess down here. Give me a second. This is why I don't park. I only parked to save my sanity later. That's not working anymore. So I will at some point just probably go in and get these out of the way. I parked them because it feels wasteful to just sort of end a thread somewhere and then move on like it's like I don't have a whole bunch of a thread left. But yeah. Okay, so since you last saw it, let me make sure you can actually see what I did. I have finished this column. It's all stitched up. I have finished the crafting, this one right here, and I have finished construction, which is this one right here. And then I'm pretty sure I filled this in too. As well as I have started the last column over here, which is where I was last working, because I wanted to go ahead and get all of the outlines done and then finish filling in the skill areas. So I was working on that last, but this is the main fun part that you haven't seen yet. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this is turning out, especially because I did the pattern myself. Comparing the grays and getting them to work out is really hard, and I actually changed a lot of this pattern before I stitched it, because when I took the colors out to stitch it, I just wasn't happy with how it was looking. So I ripped out some colors and then restitched it, and now I'm way happier with this. The only problem is that I didn't take notes on what I changed, so that'll suck. I don't know if I'll ever release this pattern, but if I do, I'm gonna have to go figure that out. So fun times. All right, so last two projects, and neither one of them really have anything, and like they don't have a ton done with them, especially because one of them I just restarted last night. But here is one of them that was a new start. It is from Pain Free Crafts. It is called Shinobu, and I cannot for the life of me pronounce the artist's name, but I will attempt to as soon as I can find her name. It is Svetlana Tagai? I have no idea, and I'm very sorry, but it'll be here on the screen so you can read it for yourself and understand why my dumb self couldn't pronounce it. But yeah, I really love her art. I want to go get a bunch more. Pain-Free Crafts have lovely charts. I think they're all beautiful. They stitch up wonderfully. I've only got like the first 500 stitches in her, but I'm really excited to do more. I want to do more. It's just when it's always the question with me, you know? But yeah, she's lovely. She will be lovely. Yeah, not much else to say about her, I think. And then the last one, let me show you, is actually a restart from something that I did. I started in 2019 for Stitch Mania. It is a chart that I made myself. It is called Banjo-Kazooie Superstar. Here's the original one. And it's some decent progress. It's probably like 3,000 stitches. It's on 18 count, 2/1. The main issue is I hate this fabric. I don't like it. It doesn't feel good in my hands. And it's ever so slightly askew, meaning some of it is not totally square. And you can tell a lot over here. And I'll have the original artwork up at some point so you can sort of compare, but it's not fantastic. I'm also not super, I also wasn't like super happy with some of my color choices, I realized, because I was comparing floss from like a screen instead of like a real life example. So I was just sort of guessing what was vaguely accurate compared to the actual design and what was represented on a screen. So of course some things were not quite accurate. So because of the fabric issue, I decided I was going to restart it. And since I was restarting it, I decided to fix some colors that I had issues with. So I changed about 20 colors, and I restarted it last night. And I haven't trimmed down this fabric yet, so I'm just going to show you what I have in the QSnap. But I started top right, and I'm starting with sky. I even changed the color of the sky, if you may notice, because the original I made too bright, comparatively. This color still stays, but it's the next layer down. I'm trying to show you without it. Like, you can see this one's a little darker. This color still exists, it's just, this is like a line of clouds, so it'll be that next layer. That slightly lighter blue that's connecting, because it just looked like it matched better in comparison to the original artwork. So yeah, I only got like 130 stitches in this last night, because I started it in between playing Pokemon and making dinner. So not a lot done, but I'm so excited to have it as a whip again, and I think I'm gonna try and make it a bit of a side focus along with Gamer Nouveau, at least for like the next week, just so that way I can sort of catch up back to where I was before. I don't expect to get to it quickly, and I'm not gonna feel upset if I don't. I just want to work on it, and I'm using ketchup as an excuse to do it. Okay, but I believe that is all of my whips. I don't think I have anything else to show you. So, I believe that will be all for now, and I will see you lovely people the next time.